Hey everybody, welcome back to Gen Coffee Talks. In today's topic, we will continue from what we stopped from the previous episode. We will continue to discuss the various features available for AR apps. Make sure you stay with us till the end, and without further delay, let's jump straight into the content.
There's also depth occlusion. And if you have a LiDAR-enabled device like iOS or like the iPad Pro or the iPhone Pro series, right? It constantly generates like a depth map from your LiDAR sensor. And this depth map allows automatic occlusion thanks to the depth map it generates. It allows us to hide our CG objects behind dynamic moving objects in the world. So you can see this drone here. It's hidden behind this pole. There's also a longer video of this drone actually hidden by the cars that's passing by. And with a depth map from your LiDAR sensor, you can use that depth map to also create a virtual fog experience. So here, using the same depth API, again, only available on LiDAR-enabled iOS devices on the iPad Pro, we can create cool effects like this fog to further enhance the experience. So we've talked about occlusions using our depth map and relying on planar mesh. So there's two different methods. What we could also do is using meshing from earlier to act as an occluder as well to hide our objects. So there are some pros and cons to either methods. Meshing works well with static, non-moving objects, while drawing more heat and is mostly only compatible with iOS devices with LiDAR. Whereas depth map-based occlusion works better for dynamic environments and is supported on iOS and selected Android devices that support generating depth maps from their cameras. So one's better for static environments, while the other, the depth map, it's much better for dynamic environments that's always changing. So we've talked about light estimation, but without shadows, 3D objects will often feel like it's floating above the surfaces. So to enhance the realism and believability of virtual balls sitting on our furniture, we can use soft shadows on our AR apps to enhance this. Hard shadows are also supported. These examples are from the demo repository that you can check out. And you can try both of them. Additionally, camera grain is a unique feature to ARKit, which produces tileable metal textures to match the visual characteristics of your current video stream. As you know, when you take a picture, it's not perfect, especially in low light conditions. You might see some camera grain or some fuzziness in your images, and that's not usually the same for 3D CG imagery, right? They're always smooth surfaces with no imperfections, and that can look kind of jarring. And in Unity, this is surfaced as a 3D green texture through the AR camera frame event. For shader samples, this green texture is then sampled. This is applied to custom shaders in the shader graph and creates that visual noise in the object. This effect is generally very subtle. It's more visible in darker areas where green on the camera feed is more apparent. So this feature is only available for version 2020.2 and above for Unity. And this is due to how the 3D textures are handled and managed. The demo repository also contains templated instructional UI because AR is relatively new to a lot of users. So most users are lost when they try their first AR experience. For this reason, we've developed an onboarding UX kit or user experience kit to help ease users into an AR experience. This template consists of the following animations and videos, helping them to find a plane on the ground, flat surface, finding a face, finding a body, finding an image, finding an object, or just coach them to how to use the AR experience. And it's usually goal-based with a cue. So it would kind of coach them to complete certain tasks, like find a surface or move your camera around just to test and check your environment. So the instructional UI also helps inform the users if there's an error on their part in setting up a suitable environment or the conditions. Maybe there's not enough lighting or it's being obscured. Those things are there to help onboard your users, to help them understand how to use an AR experience more intuitively. The UI in the app can also be localized within Unity itself. So if you're operating in a different language, this can always be changed. So after all that, we're ready to decide what features we need in our AR apps. So let's look at some use cases. And of course, back in 2016, Pokémon GO kind of demonstrated the mass appeal of handheld AR with its massive popularity. I still remember the first day the game launched. Thousands of people in Kuala Lumpur of all ages, gender, and ethnicity poured into the city, holding up their phones all over void spaces, catching virtual oddities. And I remember I was in the city that day, and it was quite a magical experience. Everyone doing this exact same thing, thousands of them in a mall. And like Pokemon GO, Angry Birds found a way to breathe new life into the franchise using Magic Leap. Let's take a look at a short clip of this. Right, it's still the same Angry Birds experience, but brought to augmented reality. And you gain like a brand new perspective in your game by being able to just view your environment, view it in your environment and see the game space interacting with your floor and tables. And also for construction professionals, they can visualize designs and collaborate in real time by overlaying large BIM or CAD files onto job sites using AR. So VisualLive is a Unity solution for enabling AEC industries to reduce costs and increase efficiencies by visualizing and collaborating in augmented reality. So this lets multiple users work together in real time in the same space and seeing the same AR experience overlaid on top of their real world environment. Okay. WannaKicks is a mobile app that lets you try out of what works best for you. And IKEA in your space at home. It makes buying decisions, lets you make buying decisions in your own place to get inspired and try many different products and styles. Let's take a look at this clip of IKEA Place.
IKEA would like everyone to know about Place, our new augmented reality app. Built on Apple's new AR kit, you can easily place true to scale 3D models of IKEA furniture in your place. Scan, browse, select, move, and place. So that could mean less of this. And less of this. And probably more of this. We want to make it easier for people everywhere to imagine a better place. Share this place and this place. Try place in your place. Hey!
These AR experiences have proven to deliver return on investment. And at a recent trade show, one booth actually recorded 35% more leads as a result of on-site real-time activations. using AR experiences such as what you're seeing on screen right now.